So today I'm going to visit an important topic, and that is what is the best programming language for children and possibly also for their parents in the case they want to teach their children these particular languages. So I will divide this problem into two parts. I will first look at the preteen people, that is people who are below 13 years in age, and then I will look at the teenagers who typically go to high school, so maybe 13 to 16 age group, pre-college. So I think for the preteen people, the best language is HTML. And you may think that HTML is not really a programming language, but I do think it is a programming language. And in fact, it captures much of the syntax, the basic outline of a programming language, and it is very useful to get people started in programming. And this is because most of us are familiar with computers as far as web pages are concerned. So the web page is a medium through which we get familiar with computers when we are a child. And HTML was typically developed for web page design, and this is the language which is used in most web page design situations and in which web pages typically are created. So HTML, the full form is Hypertext Markup Language, and you can consider this as a very basic programming language. You can develop web pages in it. If you go to a web page and go back and look at the HTML, it will also tell you the HTML which is used to create the web page. So it is very easy to learn from examples. You can use HTML to design a web page for yourself, for your family, for your small business, as the case may be, and this person can actually feel quite productive by developing web pages. So I would say below the age of 13, that is 12 and below, HTML is a good language to start interacting with the computer, and you can see that the programs you have written instantly manifest themselves on the computer screen when you go to the particular web page. So you get a nice sense of closure from doing this problem. If you are more interested in HTML, there are a lot of videos on the subject on the internet. You can also check out html.com. I think this is a free language. Now let's come to teenagers, 13 to 16 years, pre-college people. I think the best language for these people is Python. Python is a language which is very similar to the language we speak in. So essentially they tried in this case to make a language which is less formidable than something like C. Now C has a lot of advantages in terms of being very close to the computer, but C is also little bit different from the ways humans think. So again, I mentioned in a previous video that C is very useful for getting close to computers, but then this is probably not the age to get too close to computers unless you want to become a computer science type of guy or you want to go into tech. So I would say Python is the best language at this point. Now Python not only has usual loops such as for, while and so on, but also structures such as lists and dictionaries. It's got good libraries such as NumPy, SciPy, and these libraries let you do a plethora of different mathematical functions at this point. So if you are a typical STEM major and you are doing various different mathematical and numerical problems in college, then you can simulate many of these problems with Python code. Now, programming in Python is easy. Python is free. Python is downloadable. You can visit the website python.org to get much more information on this language, and there are free tutorials here for beginners and for more advanced people. Now, Python, HTML, these two would of course make you very ready as far as high school is concerned, and you will probably be very well suited at this point to get into college and to take on more advanced languages such as C and C++ and Julia. Again, if you have the time, I would also recommend the language Julia. It is very suited for numerical programming and for scientific programming. It is somewhat difficult language, so I would keep it more for college, and for children I would recommend Python and HTML. Now as far as the parents are concerned, again the parents can work with the children in both these languages. Both these languages are very simple as far as the basic structures are concerned, and so the parents can also learn basic computer programming using these languages. Now, many people feel somewhat bored in middle age when they have children who are in their teens, and this is a very good point to mitigate this boredom by learning a language such as Python. So instead of probably spending time reading 50 Shades of Grey, if you are a parent, you can write 50 programs in Python, and this will be much more rewarding to you in terms of your mental growth as well as your professional growth or your growth as a person. So again, these were some topics I had for you today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned to my channel for more such videos. Thank you very much.